You're watching Soccer Night in Detroit.
Check, check. Hello, everybody. Here we are at Toledo, where Detroit City just got a massive W. What?
Monday with the right foot. It's in the back of the net.
It was Championship Saturday in the USL Championship playoffs. Pittsburgh hosting Rhode Island, FC Tulsa hosting New Mexico United, and now we are down to 2.
Yes, 2 teams left. And excuse me, I just woke up from a nap. I wish, believe it or not, last couple of weeks ago when I fell asleep during the last night of the year, last regular season night, it happened again. I fell asleep during the Western Final, the second half. So,
Well, I mean, I don't want to do any, spoiler alerts or anything, but it might have been a good idea to fell asleep through that second half of that Western Final.
I did see the East Finals, and holy cow, that was a good game, and something happened. So,
It was a surprise. It was a surprise. Let's get right into that.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get right into that Eastern Final.
Eastern Finals, which would involve Pittsburgh having scored a goal, won their 2 games on penalty kicks, and Rhode Island, who's very lucky. Well, guess what? Let's examine those Eastern Conference Finals, shall we? Doctor, let's examine the highlights, as Ray Ling would say.
All right. Let me go back to that. A little mistake there as I was looking at that. Okay, now we're here. We are here for the Eastern Conference Final. 9th minute of play at Highmark Stadium. Eric Dick would come up big. J.J. Williams knocks it away.
Great save, by the way.
Koke with Vegas in the 34th minute of play, spats one away.
Oh, yeah.
To keep it at 0 apiece, but the scoreless streak would end 57 minutes or 55 minutes into the second half.
Barnes to Danny Griffin.
Robbie Mertz.
The hometown kid.
Robbie Mertz with the goal in the 55th minute of play. The Pittsburgh kid takes Pittsburgh into the lead 1-0. But in the 60th minute of play.
Yes. This is how game changed around.
Mark Ybarra gets his second lemon, which turns into a raspberry. Little high kick there.
And it hit the player with the spikes up, and 2 lemons equal raspberry. Bye-bye.
Eric Dick. Another brilliant save by off of J.J. Williams from Eric Dick here.
He came up big.
Came up
Eric
big all
Dick
night
came
long.
Up big tonight.
Absolutely, and that would give Pittsburgh the 1-0 victory. And Rob Vincent takes the Riverhounds to the USL Championship Final. Who'd have thunk that?
Unbelievable, not bad. Pittsburgh working under interim coach since Bob Levy had been put on leave, and now the interim coach have took the Riverhounds and boy to the big dance. Oh my! Congratulations to them, and congratulations to the fans of Pittsburgh. They have been a soccer team since 1998 when they expanded to the USL Pro, which was called back then, and now the long journey is coming true.
Yes, the long journey has definitely come true for this team. Eric Dick named man of the match
And
by
most
far.
valuable player from in the each final, and he came up big tonight.
He really did come up big tonight for Pittsburgh. Let's see, going to the advanced stats here. 5 saves, or no, 5 shots
Uh-huh.
on target by them.
Yeah.
Uh, Trying to think where the goaltending was.
Pittsburgh had
I think he
possession.
had like 5 saves tonight.
You're right. Pittsburgh had possession of the game first half. Literally, they had possession. Corners were even fouled 14-9. They cleaned that red card for Ryland, which played for 10 guys throughout the rest of the match.
Yeah, and I mean, even though Rhode Island ended up with more shots than Pittsburgh the entire
Yeah.
match, it seemed like it was Pittsburgh's defense basically bearing down on any chances that Rhode Island would have. And going down to 10 minutes after the 60th minute play, pretty much did them in.
You're right. They were never the same after the hometown kid goal. Let me tell you.
No,
And,
and
and then,
Yab-
yeah,
Yabara
yeah.
getting that second yellow did not help matters.
No, didn't help matters. Yeah. So the highest remaining seed, Pittsburgh, is still alive, considering the weirdness happened. This was coached up to Bobley up until a couple of weeks before the regular season ended, and then all of a sudden, the interim coach going to the big dance, and
Um,
hopefully a promotion. By the way, save the playoffs. I have to mention this. Coco Vegas, one of the best. Stop. Danny Griffin almost gave them their first goal in the 39th minute. He goes in front. He was going to pick a little rainbow boop, and go in, but nope. Coco Vegas, timing, great timing, by the way. That was a great goal save. That was to save the playoffs. But Pittsburgh, bravo.
When was the last time Pittsburgh score or had a goal score on them?
I think almost about 4 games I've been here, 300 minutes.
It was in the 88th minute in their match against Indy 11,
Oh,
which took place October 11th.
October 11th. Yeah,
It's been over a month since they've been scored upon.
I know. And they're
Over a
going to,
month.
yes, they're going to the final despite scoring only one goal. Only one goal. That's
Right.
it.
Because since that 2-1 victory, it was our or actually since that 2-1 victory over Indy 11, they had a 3-0 win over Monterey Bay. That was the last time they scored a goal in play, in active play.
Uh-huh.
And that occurred in the 86th minute of play. Or was it? Yeah. Yeah, 86th minute of play against Monterey Bay. That was the last time they scored a goal in active play until Robbie Mertz's goal in the 55th minute tonight.
And that goal by Mertz was really great. He waited. That's what it is. Patient. He found the back of the net, and
Found his
holy,
found his spot, put it in the back of the net, and did Rhode Island in for the most part. But it wasn't like Rhode Island didn't have their chances all night long either. And like I said, like I mentioned, 12 shots total, 5 on target for the night. And it was just the fact that nothing could connect. J.J. Williams had a couple good chances on Eric Dick, but to no avail. And needless to say, that was the end of the night for Rhode Island FC. And Pittsburgh, for the first time since entering back in the days of the NDP, has made it to a championship final. So, who will they be facing in that championship final? We take you now to One Oak Field as SC Tulsa would take on the I wouldn't say upstarts, take on the second seed, New Mexico United, in a clash there. So
It's the Scissor Wings based on their logo versus the Meow Wolf team.
let's take you to those highlights right now.
One
As,
knows highlight doctor, as Raylan would say.
all right.
Is there anything wrong?
That was Shakes making a save off El Medcar early, and that was like in the 12th minute. But Shakes couldn't shake it off, as they would say.
I know.
Taylor Calhera would get the first of his 2 goals right here in the 39th minute of play, jumps into the crowd, and Tulsa would go up by a score of 1-0.
The leading scorer with his 16th goal of the season, and it was off a really weird miscue.
Set piece here in the 57th minute of play, and Calhera would get his brace and jumps and proceeds to jump up into the crowd once again, as Tulsa would go up by a score of 2-1 at that point.
I'm seeing the replay now. Lovely flick, initially stopped. He was there on the spot. 2-zip at the baseball field.
And then Wilson, or no, Weber, Jamie Weber with the goal here in the 76th minute. And that would do it. Jamie Weber makes it 3-0. Final score from Tulsa as FC Tulsa wins the Western Conference and moves on to host the USL Championship game. That'll be coming up this coming Saturday on CBS.
Well, Beatron, and here's the best part, 11 o'clock Central. More appropriate than 10 a.m. Central. So.
Well, it wasn't. It's better than 10 a.m. Central like it was last year.
Yeah, I know, but hey, we'll see it. But let me tell you, I'll tell you, I did see the first half, then somehow fell asleep. I'm saying, so here I am. But honestly, this was a one-sided performance from Tulsa, FC Tulsa, literally.
Literally, it was a one-sided performance. However, let's look at those stats, by the way.
You have the final stats, what they look like.
Ball possession. 67% for New Mexico United.
Weird, because I've been, when I was doing these stats for the stat breakdown, Tulsa, they're set despite not having much possession, literally.
And and they would try to, they would try to, get chances, as many chances as they can get. But the thing was, I mean, they had nine total shots. How many of those were on target?
The 9 shots from New Mexico or Tulsa?
New Mexico.
I would predict 3, right?
Goose egg.
0? Oh
0.
my. Shut down
egg.
city for Tulsa. Unbelievable.
Let's see here. 19 total shots for FC Tulsa. 9 of those were on target tonight, including the 3 goals. 6 big chances, 4 of them missed by FC Tulsa. FC Tulsa, other than the possession, dominated every other aspect of the board tonight.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Thank God I fell asleep during the second half. Oh my.
Yeah, it's like I said, you didn't really miss much because New Mexico tried to do a wholesale change. They brought 4 players. Dennis Sanchez brought 4 players in to try to, get things going for them. That still didn't work. And they tried so much offense they tried so much offense that they tried to throw anything but the kitchen sink at them. But needless to say, Derek, their goaltender, Tyler Derek, really didn't have much to work with tonight. I mean, really,
It was
yeah, really didn't
it
have.
was the
Yeah,
it was the Tiger Wings defense that prevented
he had
this
one
becoming an even
punch and
game.
5 recoveries, 27 touches on the entire evening.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
talk about sitting back and having a few cocktails.
Or beers or bratwurst, because, like I said, so for the first time ever, Tulsa FC, they have teams in the NASL and the USL Pro and Next Pro and this. Oh my! As the Tulsa Rednecks until they went to a
Did I
rebrand.
say NDP earlier when we were talking about Pittsburgh? I should have said
Pittsburgh
PDL.
PDL,
Yeah,
Professional
PDL.
Development League. I
Yep,
know,
I should have said PDL.
I know, and here they are at the big dance, Tulsa FC. And now they're going to the finals in the first time of any major soccer tournament.
Luke
Either
Spencer in his first season with the
wow,
club.
I
In his
know.
first season of the club, he's a candidate for Coach of the Year, well deserved.
Yep,
And I mean, and Tulsa, we both thought that this team was going to go to the final.
you're right. I said they would go to the finals because they were hot. They were hot when they caught fire in the middle of the season. That went to the top of the pops, literally top of the table. But oh my, this is congratulations, all well deserved to all the Tulsa fans who follow soccer for a long time. Even they had a team in the version one of the NASL and then the USL Pro and USL-C. They deserve it. Both fan bases deserve it, must I say. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay, quiz time again. Last time Tulsa gave up a goal in actual play.
Uh, I'll say before the start of the playoff, second
It
to
was. It
last.
was. It actually was before. I mean, before the last game of the season.
Oh,
Game against El Paso Locomotive in the 24th minute. Gabriel Torres with the goal, and that was the last goal conceded by FC Tulsa. They have had a 3-0 victory against Colorado Springs, 1-0 against Colorado in the playoffs, and then 1-0 against Phoenix Rising last week.
I know.
So,
So So both teams coming in very hot defensive wide, not giving up a goal. And yes, Tulsa scored in regulation, unlike the last two games where they scored in extra time.
yes, they did. In
Definitely
fact, yeah, what was
time.
that? Yeah, 92nd. Lukic in the 92nd minute. So they put him in late in this match, but he wasn't really needed because they got all the goals that they needed.
I know, and congratulations to their leading scorer who cashed out with 2 goals and on the way to the final next Saturday.
Yes, definitely. On the way to the final next Saturday. And Calhera, what a game tonight. And, main reason why he is in the top 11 as far as, the first team 11 for USL Championship. Well deserved on the way. And I think he's also part of the up for Player of the Year as well.
I know.
I
You
believe.
mentioned that a little tease for next week. So
Right. When we go into the musings there,
I know.
but like I said, what a performance tonight by SC Tulsa. And we said there was going to be a lot of goals. I said 3 goals, but New Mexico United, they look lost out there tonight.
Yeah, from what I learned for the first 16 minutes until I fell asleep.
Yeah, no shots on target.
No.
No shots on target whatsoever. Dennis Sanchez tried to bring in 4 players late in the at about the right around the 60th minute of play or whatever it was. I'm going back to this here as so yeah, he would bring in he'd do a wholesale transfer in about, oh wait a minute, I'm on the wrong match. I'm sorry. Okay, going back here. All right, so he would do the whole in the 66th minute of play. He would bring in 4 players. It was uh, Akamedi for Hurst, Lindsay for Maples, Amang for Akil, and Rivas for Zelheen. He figured he put in 4 of his best players. He took out, brought in 4 different players, still to no avail.
I know.
All in the 66th minute of play.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would make one more change in the 82nd minute of play. Jahang for Bailey, and that was it. That was it. And like I said, it amounted to nothing tonight for New Mexico. They looked lethargic out there. They really did,
Oh,
I thought. And I can understand you falling asleep in the second half because what was there to offer for New Mexico? Absolutely nothing.
Oh my.
So
Probably I'm lucky I missed the second half. Oh my.
yeah, I mean, you really didn't miss much for the most part. The
Yeah.
biggest
Although,
highlight of the second half was that wholesale change in the 66th minute.
I know I should have watched the end of the match where Tulsa finally got some hardware.
Yes, they did get some hardware, indeed. First trophy of their existence, much like Pittsburgh, first trophy of their existence.
And much like Hartford United, first trophy in their existence when they won the Jägermeister Cup. So,
Yes, so a
silverware
lot of
for
first time
everybody.
trophy, lot first time trophies for everybody this year.
I know. I don't know what I said. First try, you get a silver trophy. You get a silver trophy. You
Has
just
Spokane or Knox won anything? I don't think they have.
no.
And they're going for a trophy tomorrow.
1 week out now.
Yeah,
One
yes.
week out.
1 week out from the championship game. It is going to be the defensive stalwarts known as the Pittsburgh Riverhounds versus the um, shall we say the goal scoring monsters of FC Tulsa in this one. So it's going to be interesting to dissect how this is going to go. You've got Shakes is pretty decent, but there is no goaltender better. I think after Eric Dick's performance tonight in in Pittsburgh and his performance all throughout the playoffs, he's been the keeper of the playoffs.
I know.
But
Not
yeah,
allowing.
Shakes has gone. Shakes has gone with 3 clean sheets in a row as well. So
I know.
you got 2 teams that don't allow too many goals, but one team that can score a lot of goals when need be.
I know. So that's going to be very interesting for next week. That's my early read. You have a great goal scoring machine that is FC Tulsa. But yeah, Eric Dick, am I correct? He's going to be key. He was spectacular at the game tonight against Rhode Island. And don't forget their goaltender. They're all world goaltenders. So what could happen next week? I don't know. It's going to be a full week of crunching down the analysis, position-wise and all that.
Yep.
And kudos to their intern head coach, considering that, about a month ago, we were shocked when we learned that Bob Lee was put on suspension. We don't know what, can't speculate. And here's their intern head coach taking them to the big dance. It's sort of like Steve Fisher. Remember him? What's his name? Oh shoot, I can't.
Bill Frieder.
Yeah, Bill Frieder left for Arizona State. And remember that quote? I'm not going to have an Arizona man coach a Michigan team. I want a Michigan man. Yes, this is something similar to that. Unbelievable.
That's why we were proud of Bo Backler.
Yes, and I remember the interim coach, he also was a player for the Riverhounds as well. So
yeah, he was back in the day. I think back in the days of PDL.
I know. So
or USL Pro or whatever it was.
Well, it was USL Pro. Remember when we were, waiting if we were going to be in USL Pro the first time? Remember? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it
Before
was.
Detroit City FC, yeah.
Yeah, it was a long, long time ago. So, but needless to
Oh,
say,
yes.
it's gonna be an interesting final for sure.
Mhm.
Couple good storylines going into the final, which I like to see. One of the teams that we predicted going to the final, which is what we thought going into this thing. So you know, and it ended up being that Pittsburgh Hartford game produced the winner of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
So at least we got that prediction.
we got
Or
that
yeah,
prediction
somewhat,
right.
somewhat,
Yeah, too
somewhat.
bad for.
Yeah, because I
I
had
know.
heard, I had Hartford. I think you had Pittsburgh in that game,
Yeah, you're right. And
but you didn't have them going to the final though.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I said Charleston would be in the finals for the, but didn't happen. Didn't happen. And I'm just sitting there as a Detroit City fan. They beat us fair and square last week. I'm just saying, if it wasn't for those two shots that hit the post, we would have been there. We would have been
Could have
there.
been. Could have been.
It's a woulda,
We would
coulda,
have been doing
shoulda,
Saturday Night
but
Detroit from the clubhouse tonight.
yeah, it would have been a woulda, coulda, shoulda. But here we are.
Yeah.
We're at home.
If and or.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
But needless to say, we have our final set. Next week, of course, we're gonna do Soccer Night in Detroit. We haven't decided yet if we're gonna do it on Friday leading up to the match, and then do something Saturday after the final. We'll figure things out as far as that goes.
At least it's a 12 noon start on Serbia. It's called
Yes,
by Devin,
Devin
Mike and
Kerr,
Devin with the call.
Devin
Mike
Kerr,
Watson and
Mike Watts
Devin
with the
Kerr,
call next Saturday at noon on CBS locally in the Detroit area, Channel 62 in Detroit. But anybody,
aka CBS Detroit,
yep,
aka CBS Detroit,
WWJ.
Channel 62 Detroit.
Yes, that'll be on that channel, and then we'll have everything there. Don't forget this week on the musings we're going to be talking about, and we were talking about this earlier. We're going to talk about the the big news coming out of MLS, some goings from Detroit City FC, as well as the silly seat as the hot stove begins the warm up in the USL Championship, and other things
Yeah.
as well, including an interesting little melee that took place during the um, USA Paraguay match.
Oh my! I missed the match. I have to
I
look
didn't
that
see it
up.
because I was watching the Pittsburgh Rhode Island game at the time, but there's a little extracurricular activity. But we'll also talk about what happened as far as that match goes with a certain player who's either been in the doghouse, but it's making a case to make the national team for the World Cup.
For us, oh my!
Yes,
Well,
yes,
as you probably know, next week will be the big one, including who would go. Croatia just qualified, as well as the France. So what I mean. And also, will this big schedule switch? How will it affect all the other leagues, including USL-C? Hello.
yes, exactly. So we'll be talking about that coming up on the musings
It's
this
it's going
Wednesday.
to be confusing, but like I said, good plate for next week. Tulsa FC versus Pittsburgh. The winner will get their other hand of the trophy for the first time ever.
Yes,
We'll see.
they will. So, but
Okay.
yep, stay tuned to this channel. We'll put up like I said, we're at 49 subscribers right now. We're getting closer to 50. So make sure you like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Leave some comments if you'd like. Um, we're just a couple guys just hanging around talking soccer. That's all we're doing.
I know. Well, at least you bet the second half because there was a match in the Western Conference Finals. But hey,
May not be totally professional, but hey, we do our best.
well, to quote the Northern Guard, we're not ruining football, but hey, we don't care.
That's just it. That's just it too. Oh, by the way, before we get out of here, okay. I have a beef.
What beef?
I have a beef. Okay. You notice when we go to our game, when we go to the games at Keyworth and all that stuff, there's no piped in stadium music. We just let the Northern Guard do what they do, support
Yes.
all the support, let them sing, do their carry on, and all that stuff. You know what I
Okay.
noticed tonight while watching both these matches?
Well, you notice.
During stoppage time or during
Smoke.
stoppage in play?
Smoke.
No. DJs playing music during stoppage portions of the match.
Oh my. Boat halves? A boat game?
Yes.
Hmm.
Let the supporters sing.
Oh yeah.
Don't cover it up with a Taylor Swift song or Mr. Brightside. What Mr. Brightside at One Oak Field does not make sense.
It does make sense at Michigan Stadium, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. Except for Pittsburgh, I did listen to a little bit of Renegade by Stick. Remember
I did too. I did
the
too.
that's the fight song for the Pittsburgh Steelers, literally.
And they've also used the white stripes before, in which when I went to the game against Pittsburgh a year ago, we were all chanting, "White stripes are Detroiters."
And recently just inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last week. So
Exactly. But I'm sorry, don't do that. I implore. I mean, this is, let the supporters sing, let the supporters carry on, and this is why, you know, and the Steel Army, a great supporters group. Don't drown them out with DJ music.
oh my.
And I'm sure Tulsa's got a fine supporters group as well. Don't drown them out with the DJ music.
I know. I'm not a DJ. I'm just, oh my.
Yeah, soccer's continuous play.
I know.
You know,
Well,
you don't put DJ Ballpark on like you're introducing a hitter at a ball game.
uh-huh.
I mean, if you want to play, if you're a DJ and you want to play music during a ball game, do the NBA instead.
Okay.
This is not whatever the arena that Oklahoma City plays in. For God's sakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I know.
I mean, geez, oh Pete's. I'm just glad that we do our things more naturally.
Oh yes. Oh, so naturally. You got
So
that
naturally.
right. Okay.
So naturally. We don't need that DJ noise during a match. It during the match. I don't care if it's at halftime or before the match or whatever it is. But during the match, no. Anywho, that was my rant of the evening. Yes. And like I said, we will see you coming up on Wednesday for the musings. Got a packed show on that. And
Yeah,
until
last game of the year next Saturday night, high noon, and I may have to record a beat. We talked about this. It's the reason why we're playing at 12 noon. Can we get a better start time for the finals? And it conflicts with another final from another league, not the other league, but well deserved. The lady gets the spotlight, and I'll probably give a little complaint, but it's a little self-explanatory.
I'd say wait until we get Division One going.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that. Anywho, we will talk about this final next week on Soccer Night in Detroit, and maybe a little bit during the musings as well this week. We might have to touch up it a little bit. Plus, we also got some award winners to recognize and some award winners to preview as we go along there. So, for Steve over in Hamtramck.
Good night, everybody. Safe, and I'll talk to you next week. It's going to be exciting with Lions and soccer finals. Oh, my.
Indeed. And keeping it here, as I mentioned, like and subscribe. Get us over that 50 plateau. And hopefully we can do some live events next year. That'd be cool. Do a soccer night in Detroit live prior to a match or something like that. That'd be cool. Maybe do a watch party or two. So that would be cool.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yes, I'd love to do a watch party, especially for opening night or whatever it is. But until then, folks, keep your feet in the ground. Keep reaching for the galaxy.